Now coming to third question, administrative questions are not political questions, discuss. So when you see discuss as a directive, basically discuss means you have to bring all sides of an issue into the picture. So that is what discuss means here. So in introduction, what you can write here, basically what are the keywords here? Administrative questions, political questions. Only two keywords are there. It's not, in that sense the question is very simple. And you have to be able to understand the context of this question. Context means where this question is coming from. If you are able to understand the context in public administration, actually half the job is done. So administrative questions and political questions. Between administration and politics, there is dichotomy. Dichotomy is an idea of Wilson. Wilson is in first unit. If you remember this when you look at a question, then you will be able to actually come to write good points in that particular answer. Now come to introduction. This is a statement by Wilson. Wilson is an American political science scholar who wrote the study of administration in 1887. So what you're doing here in the introduction is recognizing the context, communicating to the examiner that you know enough about this particular question. Now coming to the body. As per Wilson, what did he mean by this question? Administration should focus on efficiency, whereas politics should focus on values worth achieving. So here you have to take some sort of a table and you have to write what administration and what politics meant to Wilson. What did he mean by not political questions? That means they are different. So you can write some differences. Politics focus on formulation, whereas policy formulation, whereas administration focuses on policy implementation. Administration focuses on means. That means once a goal is set, administration is just focusing on, you can say, means of the goal, whereas the goal itself, where is it coming from? It is coming from politics. So once, for example, you can give examples here as well. For example, Swachh Bharat mission, by 2022 we want to achieve some things, and means, how do we do it? Administration gives a lot of ideas to do it. And so you can give similar lot of examples. Awas Yojana, we want to build so many crore houses by this year. So say SDGs 2030, who decided it? Politically, we decided this is what is good. And after that, administration thinks about how to do it, how to go about it. So that is the difference. So politics is led by people's representatives, whereas administration is led by bureaucracy. So basically these differences were there in Wilson's mind, and this is what we are writing as the first part. In the second part, you can also write another dimension to this question because they have written discuss. The second part is this true today? That means administrative questions, are they still political questions or are they not? So here, administration focuses on implementation, yes, but also it participates in policy formulation. Dichotomy as a concept will be discussed in class in detail, or if you attended classes, then you will know that there has been reinterpretation of dichotomy over a period of time. So reinterpretation in the form of Nicholas Henry's Twilight Zone, Rosenblum's reinterpretation. So give present day examples of how dichotomy is working currently. This will help you, you can say, communicate to the examiner again that you know about the present status of dichotomy as well, not just what Wilson thought about it and when he gave it. So here usually in class I will explain some sort of a, you can say, distinction. There are purely political things where imagine this is administration, this is politics. There are purely administrative things where full dichotomy is necessary. Imagine investigation. Politicians should not get involved into any investigation. And regulators require technical aspects, and technical policies need to be made in regulators. There also you can say politics should not get mixed up. Research institutes, for example, ISRO and DRDO should not have any politics mixed up with them. So these are administrative questions. And there are political questions, like for example, welfare schemes, MG Narega, Awas Yojana, Gram Sadak Yojana. These are all political decisions because politicians will have the pulse of the people and they will have, you can say, needs of people clearly, in their minds, because every 5 years they will go to people and they will meet them, they will understand what their needs are, they will do their surveys. So these are political questions. How to implement these schemes, how much budget to give these schemes, what new schemes are necessary, these are all, welfare of people is political. But there is something in between, you can say, politics and administration. Consider demonetization. It has a political angle, it has an administrative angle. Consider implementation of GST. It has a political angle, it has an administrative angle. These are basically, you can say, in the twilight zone, somewhere in the middle. So this is basically political and administrative questions. They may be different. Some of them are there which are different, but there are some questions which are both political and administrative. That is some sort of, you can say, conclusion to this question. So I have written a conclusion here. As seen above, today a new version of dichotomy is in existence, and to that extent, the given statement is to some extent true, but you can also write here that not all political questions are, you can say, mutually exclusive with administrative questions. There are some which may have, you can say, intersection between them as well. So that also you can write. There are multiple conclusions possible. If you see toppers copies, actually you will get to know for the same question different conclusions which are equally good enough can be written. So this is the end of question number 3.